A little bit early, just trying to find good matches to discuss. Oh look, a Marth matchup. Let's see if it's worth its salt. Ready? 2-minute game. That's funny. There might be a better one somewhere. Let's see what the final score is. Oh yeah. Alright. Skull bro? Dude, I have the legend in my chat. Wow. What's up, buddy? Man, I'm a big Skull bro fan. It's an honor. How you doing? Heck yeah, man. Dude, I've been telling people about you. Cause like I'm the self-proclaimed #1 Franz fan, or at least back in the day I was in like 2017, 2018. And I'm like, dude, you gotta look out for this guy. This guy in the EU is killing it. Gonna go off. So keep up the good work, man. I'm letting the people in SoCal know that you're no joke. Ooh, we get a couple games with this guy. Let's see if they're any good. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. We're probably gonna get started in just a little bit. Looks like this is a pretty close game. So this one might be worth doing. Cool. All right. So we'll probably talk about this. Are these your games? Yes. So I would be. So this is how this all works. This isn't my computer. This is my roommate's who he's gracious enough to let me use it, and my friend to play Melee on. Yeah, these are my games from the Slippy replays. If I play, for some reason, I'm too tech incompetent to know how it works. But basically, when I try to play rollback and stream, I just get, I don't know if it's a frame drop or what. It just feels really off. It doesn't work for me very well. So what I do now is since I don't really play competitively, I just try to impart my mid-level player knowledge to people. That's kind of how I think of it. Is I like talking about the game, and they seem to help people. So you might find some things interesting, or at least what I want to do is just kind of explain, not necessarily how the matchup ought to be played, but just my thinking about matchups. And I think this was initially prompted by Mr. Two Cents. He messaged me and he was like, how do you think about games? And I was like, it might be helpful for me to just kind of break down my thought process. And yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, like, dude, knowledge and skill aren't necessarily the same thing. But I think if you've already got the skill, like, having a little bit extra knowledge is helpful. Or just being able to sometimes hearing someone else think about the game and talk about how they think of the game has really helped me. Because so many people approach this game differently. And that makes it such a beautiful game. And just, there's no really one way to think of it. So, all right, let's get started. So, talking about Marth. So historically for me, I've really enjoyed this matchup. And I've thought Doc does pretty decent in it. As time has progressed, I've become less confident in that opinion. I do think Doc has a pretty tough time in this matchup, and I think if Marth plays it well, it's probably one of the tougher ones, actually. And a part of that is, I guess, like the range of Marths. I actually play quite more Marths on rollback than I did in IRL. SoCal is notoriously, or has been for many years, to be known as like the Marth desert. There just aren't too many at like a mid-high level. So a lot of the Marths that I played were not as high level, and so kind of got away with a lot. And as I get on rollback, there's more Marths with different play styles, and the play style is actually a huge determinant on how the games go. So off the bat, playing against Marth, I like to have space to move around personally, because platforms just make it tough. So my number one concern in this matchup as Doc is if Marth gets me in the air, it's a very, very tough fight back to the ground. Where Marth is going to get the most bang for his buck is keeping Doc in the air and just keeping that constant pressure. So a common strategy that I found very effective against me is literally just grabbing Doc, up throwing, and you're just playing, keep him on the platforms. Even if like you don't even get a hit, keeping Doc off the ground really weakens his ability to do anything. Because as Doc, my goal is to get right next to Marth, as close as I possibly can, get a grab, get a crouch canceled something, and get Marth off stage. Because your combo game against Marth is actually pretty good, and Marth has a lot of panic options in the air that you can call out and add a shield. Like, once you start getting in Marth's zone, it can get really scary and for Marth. But until you're in that spot, it's really a game of how do I get into that space. And so if Marth does a good job of keeping you up in the air, that's the furthest away you're going to be from that zone. You can't do anything to deal with it. So that being said, I prefer having space and no platforms, of course. And the space also gives me room to drift and mix up where I'm going to go. Where the smaller stage like Yoshi's, Marth can really cover a lot of stuff. I mean, the platforms can help you just try to mix it up, but I just find it's easier to have the space. So Dreamland, a very great stage because of the space. FD, no platforms and space. I find that really helpful. And Stadium, Frozen Stadium. There are issues that come with those stages. The danger of having the big stage is that if Marth is really good at putting up the wall, it's just going to be a very slow game. It's almost akin to playing like a campy Puff. That's how I think of it. Like, it's just a really slow game, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't mean you're losing. I think you have the advantage to play the patient game. So just know that if you're going to the big stage, if your play style is to be very aggressive and all in, I find that if the Marth is really defensive, sometimes it's better to opt for that small stage so you can get into his face more. Personally, I like to be very methodical with my stepping in to Marth's zone. And I like the space so I could run away and be lame, because I like throwing pills a bunch. So from the start, let's look at this match here. From the start, my main goal is to have Marth commit to something. Marth's sword, very slow moving thing, and if it's not spaced well, you can really get a punish. And so my goal is to have him swing or shoot out a grab and whiff, basically. Or land it with really poor spacing, so I have time to either move out a shield or out a crouch cancel into a punish. Marth's goal is to keep me as far away as possible, that I can never get to him. So what am I going to do to kind of get in there? I'm gonna use a lot of grounded movement. Because if I get caught in the air, I'm gonna end up getting juggled. So a lot of my strategy is very, very ground based. I'm not doing a lot of jumping in this matchup unless I have a read on one of Marth's moves. If I don't have a read, I'm staying really grounded. I'm doing a lot of pills and a lot of forward tilts because forward tilt is wave dash forward tilt is Doc's furthest reaching move, and you can space that in a position where you can't get grabbed. And so it's really a lot of zoning and throwing pills to hopefully get, you might get some damage, but it also forces Marth to throw out moves. It's kind of similar to how I fight Puff, where the pill isn't necessarily to do damage to Puff. It's helpful. It's very helpful if it hits Puff, especially, but it's to have Puff have to be constantly thinking about throwing out moves. They can't just sit there and do nothing. And I want Marth to constantly have to be doing an action because I'm trying to get used to Marth's timings so that I can come in. That may not appear while we're playing and watching the game, but that's kind of how I'm thinking. So let's see what I do. It's probably going to be a pill. Yep, pill. And Marth is probably going to try to do his little thing where he's dash dancing around. So let's see if we can keep him in the corner. Another really, really amazing thing in this matchup, I forgot to mention. So my go-tos are the pill, wave dash forward tilt, and dash attack. Dash attack is so good because you can get right underneath the sword. It's really great if you catch Marth dashing back. You get the tail end of the dash attack and it pops them up. Most Marths aren't looking to CC that if you're catching them on the running back. If they do aerials from right here, sometimes you could dash attack right underneath the fair, or it trades. Like there's just so much mileage from it. Just be very careful because there's obviously a lot of lag on the move if they call it. So I'm gonna do dash attack a ton. Whoa. Okay, that was bad. I don't know what went wrong there. Holy moly. Okay. Oh, okay. I know what happened, actually. This is crazy. Okay, so what I was trying to do was just a fall off back air, but it read that I was on the cloud, so it did a forward tilt. That's so insane. Oh my gosh. So I was actually doing the right inputs. It's just the cloud screwed me up. Randall messed me up. That's insane. Oh my gosh. And then I was like, wait, what's happening? Okay, so let's look at at least the positioning. So ideally, Randall isn't here. Okay. The best position for Marth. Marth's recovery is kind of a tricky one. I really look to snipe jumps. Once I get Marth off stage, all I'm really looking for is that jump. And it's kind of similar to how I edgecard Captain Falcon, where I'm looking for the jump and I snipe it with a back air. If he drops too low, of course, I can't do anything about that. So bad Marths will probably try to jump right about here, and then you just back air and it's, it's over. Some Marths are going to try to come down here. And there's two kind of solutions to that. I prefer to do the grab the ledge. And then just lightly hop off ledge, no fast fall, no double jump, just falling back air. That works really well. That's what I was trying to do here. It would have worked actually with this this positioning. It just Randall got in the way. So that falling off back air is really good here, like a drop zone. You could also just try to refresh your invincibility, roll up like normal, or you can try to cape from the stage. My experience with the cape is that it works. I suck at really timing it, or I'll get clipped by the sword because the sword will sometimes go through the stage. And if the Marth's really good at their sweet spot, I've seen them survive. So those are all really great options. Throwing pills down here to catch them is another great one. Like throw a pill down and then grab ledge. Works super well. If you try to start sniping their double jump, if they're up here, they'll probably start throwing out a forward air to counter that, and then that's something you just remember and you bait it out next time. So it's actually not that crazy. If they land on stage, you can just, you know, depending on the percent, forward air from ledge is a good option, or just re-grab, do it again. It's pretty cut and dry, actually. The tricky part is just Marth's going to try to do as much as he can to mix up his timing so that he will, if you're up here, that it messes up when you cape or messes with your invincibility. Or Randall just comes in and does this. Oh my gosh. Hey, cancer winner. So yeah, he did a really bad jump, and that was pretty much the stock right there. So he overcommitted to the drift, and so now he's here, and then does a bad side B. All of that. Anytime Marth does a movement, he's gonna have to recharge. Is how I think of it. And so like, if he does side B, if he does a jump, forward air, all those things, once it's baited out, like he's done. You just have to be ready for it. This is shark mode to me. I'm a shark. I'm just like, back here. And he knows. Okay, so now I'm at this point. In most matchups, I go to ledge here. And I do this because I assume people don't know the matchup, and I can get away with a lot. If they do know the matchup, it may not be the best option. But I find if you're just playing rollback randos or, you know, whatever, you don't think they have experience, going to ledge is really, really good. And we'll see how that plays out. So Marth's going to try to down tilt you here. And if you're smart, it's not going to work, because you're going to drift away far enough. Or if you do get hit with it while you're doing the up B, it's super easy to tech this wall here. There's so many compilations of like amazing edge guard survivability, like crazy GR smash kind of clips of like Marios and Docs teching this forever. The truth is, it's really easy, and you can pretty much do it forever. Like I've done 10, 12 techs on the wall. Like it's just the nature of his recovery. It goes in perfectly. So I'm not really scared of this. And yes, Doc, you're right, Skullbro. Doc has the ledge dash to abuse this super hard. And so most Marths, if they're thinking, oh, I'm just going to do the Marth thing, this position's really bad for them, actually. And there's a couple things you could do. You could, if you think they're still going to stay in this position, you can jump up in ledge dash across, re-grab. You can do a forward air if you don't think they're going to crouch cancel it. I like to do drill overhead and land on the other side, because most of the time they're not going to do an up tilt or anything if they're still in this lag. And they'll probably try to get in shield and then do like a fish for a grab. One hit is the hit tech away before the down tilt comes out, not when you get hit. Okay. Hit tech away. Gotcha. Yeah. So like it's like a preemptive thing. I hear you. So let's see what I do. I probably do something stupid, because lately my ledge dashes have been horrible. Yep. So I'm like, uh-oh. That was my fault, because I'm out of practice. So now I'm in this horrible land, this abysmal place, which is called I'm getting juggled by Marth. So what you don't want to do is immediately burn your double jump. And what you don't want to do is immediately come down with a counter move. You got to do some fancy creative stuff. And your goal is to really first figure out if there's any weakness that like it's going to work every time. My initial is always to go for cape. I've seen cape really screw up people's timings. So I did that, and I came down with the back air, and that saved me. I find cape in the air extremely good because Marth's moves are so laggy. And it's a lot of anticipating stuff, so they'll do a lot of like short hops and then laid up air to keep you in the air. So if you just do the cape and you're out of the zone of the up tilt, you could come back down immediately and get a punish. And that's kind of what I did here. I didn't really capitalize on it super well, but yeah, cape is good. So I followed. Marths love the dash away. You know this if you play melee. Like, that's just the nature of the game. So be comfortable like chasing that down. So he tries to dash away. I catch him. I can't believe I ran into that, actually. So this spacing right here is like Marth forward smash zone. I shouldn't have fallen for this, but I did because I suck. But usually right here, your Randy Marth will probably try to forward smash you. And it worked, unfortunately. So you see that sword and how the sword kind of swats me away? That's Marth's whole plan. That fair, the way that fair hit. Let's look at that one more time. That's what Marth wants for the rest of time. Like, it really just that, and then keep you above. And your goal is to figure out a way in. So that was bad spacing by Marth, and I got the punish for that. So I tried to catch him dashing away with the dash attack, but he chose to jump. Bad nair. I get the down smash. And then I try to just... So right there, okay, this is like a very common thing too, so let's look at this. Marth wants you to wave dash in so hard here. Everything in Marth's brain is like, please approach. Don't fall for this. Because Marths just love the runaway comeback so much. Like, they're never gonna like be aggressive. Or at least in my experience, the Marths I play. So when you're in this spot, don't fall for it. I chose to dash away. And look, he's already like, aha, I wanted to get you. So like, don't fall for that trick. And then you just kind of reset with pill. So like, if you have to give up stage positioning here, you can at least make it a little tougher by throwing a pill out. Like, it's no risk to you. Because now you're so far away that no move's gonna hit you. And they're probably on the other side of the stage. And so what this pill allows you to do is, even though you've retreated, there's now another opportunity for you to kind of make your way back because you have a hitbox out here. That was supposed to be a wave dash, but I suck. Let's look at that one more time. This spot right here is F smash land. That's the actual name of the legal civilization in the world. This is called F smash land. So what I try to do a lot of times is he's gonna forward smash, and I try to wave dash in for a grab. I just miss my timing, and I do this stupid drill, and I do another roll to get out. Rolling into Marth is actually not super bad if you're anticipating that they'll do an attack and not a grab. It's something I do quite a bit, actually, because all of the strong hits of Marth's moves are at the tip of the sword. And so sometimes it's really not optimal. I shouldn't say that because someone will catch me on that. But sometimes it's a good idea to roll into Marth and hold down and see what happens. I do that quite a bit. So that was my attempt to try to get into his zone, but he threw out another forward smash. And that's okay. Oh, that's the dash attack I'm talking about. Right here, covered the pill, and then I'm anticipating him falling off with an aerial, and I was right. And I get this, but my execution for some reason has been really bad. That is a good wave dash forward tilt. So I'm at this point, when Marth is done swinging, he's not going to come around, he's not going to shield, he's going to run away. See, he runs away. Forward tilt. And I'm going to catch him. And for some reason, I can't edge guard this game. Holy moly, I'm playing bad. Right here, it should have been a back air. Fall off back air, boom, he's dead. But I'm having a really hard time, and he missed a tech, so we take those. I'm anticipating another down tilt, but then I do another tournament winner. That was that roll in that I was talking about. Look at that. It just totally avoids F smash land. See, we're in F smash land. Whoa! I tried to go for a jab grab there and it didn't work. So once they get kind of desperate like this, just let's be real, these F smashes are desperate. They're like, oh, please just go away, Dr. Man. And you're going to tell them no. So as long as they don't get the tipper on you, in my experience, you can still wave dash in down smash. Like, you can wave dash in and get something. That may not be technically true, but that's what I think. So that's what I did. So he dropped really low. He tried to go super low, and I got the cape. Here's a little trick that I do. For some reason, you know those... Hold on. Let me just get back to that place. So you know those moments where, like, the input's really simple, but you're just, like... You get a little stressed. You're like, oh, crap. I just gotta, like... There's one button I need to push, and I'm so afraid of, like, messing it up. It's like when Fox jabs instead of up smashes on rested puff, and you're like, no, like, I had one job, and I couldn't charge it. So I sometimes have that fear that I'm going to accidentally, like, run off stage holding left for the cape, for the side B. And I'm so afraid of that. So what I do to kind of, like, prep myself and kind of work on my timing, too, so I'm not just standing there, is I dash away and dash back. And I don't know if I've always done that, but I've been doing it for every cape edge guard, and it's been super helpful for me because it just kind of gets me. I don't know if it gets my hand in the right spot or what, but I just kind of see how I do that little. I dash away and then turn around the cape, so I know for a fact that I'm not going to dash left because I've already dashed right. So it's like I can't show you my controller, but I'm pushing one way, and then when I dash for the left, it's actually just me doing the cape. And that ensures that I don't go off stage. For some reason, in my brain, this gives me a lot of peace of mind. And so that's why I do that. And I find it really helpful. So we've managed to come back. Back to the ledge. I was stupid ready for that S-smash. He held down that time, though. Okay, so I tried to avoid this back air. I thought I could jump over him. So, the common Marth edgeguard here is this back air. I suck at going to the Randall, but I thought I could jump over it. So, I think I was initially spacing to get away from that. Let's see. I think at this point I realized he was going super deep, because normally what I find is that Marth will jump to ledge and then do the back air. So I was kind of prepping for that spacing so that I would fall like right about here, he would miss, and I would up B. But this dude went out there, he really went for it, and so it worked. He caught me. Oh. And I suck, so I, you know. But here we are. I love the back air there. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do this all the time. This back air, I don't care if it trades. Oh, good. See, okay, so that's another thing you gotta look out for. I got a little too into it. I got into that, like, Captain Falcon mode where it's just like, hit him with the big move. So, like, I got him here and I was like, I got time. I didn't have time. So, when Marth's kind of in this tumble land, it's very common that he'll throw out a fair to, like, keep you away. So, fade it out next time. And he did, like, really bad move on shield. So, that's an example of the bad spacing, right? So, this is where you're gonna get your money. Look at, oh, bad. Boom, he's done. So, there's a Marth, or not a Marth, there's a Mario. Well, actually, he's a Marth player now, but he was once a Mario player named Koopa. He's a good friend, and he kind of talked about this matchup as get hit back harder. as a Mario Bro, where it's like your game as actually to get hit as much as you can so you can reverse. It's like a jujitsu thing almost, where like you want him to hit your shield, you want him to hit you while you're crouching, because that's where you can get in and do your work. It's hard to get really raw hits on Marth. So that was an example on a pretty small stage. Oopsies. I have to relaunch this? Oh my gosh. Fuck. I don't. Whew. Okay. Where's that mark? Can we go anywhere bigger? Let's look at FD. For the record, I don't use, this is a pride coverage thing, I guess, but there's a lot of stuff I should have done here. I just was playing not very good. Example, the CC game. He did really bad there. So this is the first match we play, so there will probably be some adaptations that were lacking in the first game, so we'll see how different it is. So right there, I realized I really wanted to catch him in my head. I thought I could, I don't know, I thought he would immediately up B, because I missed the forward tilt, and I was like, I don't have time to turn around, so maybe he'll just come at me and I can crouch cancel. He decided to drop low. So at this point, I'm so close to the ledge, I kind of want to stay there, because at the percent I'm at, I can kind of eat whatever he throws at me. So he accidentally up B's way too high, and so I just get another down smash. See, he goes above, because he didn't have the good spacing for it, and I just clock his head. So another really common thing is sometimes Marth is just going to be sitting right here, and they'll try to do a rising fair from ledge, and you can CC that and kill him instantly. Sometimes at lower levels, like, I totally bait that out. Like, I do it on purpose. Like, I literally just run up to the ledge at the spot where, like, they're like, oh, I can hit him, and then I just CC kill him. Really common. If they space the fair, obviously, then you can't get anything out of it. But at this percent, it's okay if you just eat one. It kind of demonstrates to you, okay, he knows what he's doing, so I'm going to back up. And then you just wave dash back, and then he's still at the ledge. All you did was eat a hit. Like, that's okay, and it's not going to convert to anything because he didn't go on stage. So it's I feel like it's a pretty safe position to be at, because there's not much you can do from that area. Bad. Real bad. Alright, so now I'm running away. Look at all this space I have. And see how I wave dash away? Because he wants me to come in. You don't want to give him that. Dude, so much of playing this character is that they want you to come hit them. And it's just, you don't go over there. I've had people quit out on me because I just decide not to go over there. I'm like, at the stock lead, I have no incentive to go over there. You have to come to me. I'm not going to let you, you can run around if you want, but I'm chilling. So I wave dash away, and I jump super hard over the forward smash here. Here's my reasoning for the drill. So normally I do not like drill in this matchup. But if I have a read, I had a hard read that he would just do an empty hop or like a nair where the top of his head wasn't covered. So I really thought I could get something here. That was my thinking. But in general, it's not a good approaching option unless you have a real good read. Because he'd been doing a lot of nairs, so I was like, I could probably catch him on top. Luckily, he did F smash, and I, escaped that. So right here, ooh, I love that actually. That was great. So he hits me with that, because that was kind of a weird choice too. So let's look at that one more time. So usually in this situation, so if I'm over here on the right side of Marth, I call this F smash land. If I'm on this side of Marth, I call this dash back grab land. That's what literally I have spot dodged in this particular spot of a stage versus Marth so many times. There's something about like positions that you're in this game where like you just know what they're gonna do in that spot, and it's the same for me. Like we all have those habits. So for some reason, in my experience, all the years I've been playing, Marths just want to grab right here. They just really want it, and so I'm always ready for it. So I chose the spot dodge, thinking he was gonna come back around, and he decided to forward smash. So I was like, that's fine. It's low percent. So I tech. Obviously, in those situations, one more time. In these situations, there's no reason for you to tech away, and no, I mean, he could come in and tech. I read the tech in place, but I think he's gonna have too much lag. So don't give him what he wants. Like you have to recognize when he can't follow up on anything, and what tech is appropriate for that. So for example, if this was a Peach matchup and he hits me like right here, I'm always going to tech away. I have no incentive to tech in because he can't actually follow this up. And the tech in place is going to give me more time than here, because then he could start pushing. That's not really a matchup specific thing, but knowing what can be followed up is really helpful, because sometimes you actually have the space to tech away or tech in place, and there's nothing the character can do to hurt you. So it's important to, I think, always be thinking of those things too. So I tech in, and then it's pills, because he wants me to approach in some way, and I'm just gonna force him to throw out moves. And he got scared, right? So he was like, uh-oh, I gotta start doing some weird stuff. Ideally, for Marth, see, what should he do? Marth should probably stay right here. He probably should have stopped right here and thrown out a forward air and started the wall. We'll talk about the wall, don't worry. Which is what I was anticipating, but even better for me, he backs up, which is what I want, ideally. So he gets hit with the pill coming down because he's trying to be fancy, and he committed to a huge jump. So ideally, Marth shouldn't be jumping that high. Marth should almost always be short hopping, especially with no platforms here. Goodness. Ooh, he really committed to that. So I see this, and I'm like, that's a dash attack right there. And he doesn't know the timing of the pill bounce, so I get the pill and the hit. And I wish that up tilt would have connected, because then I would have started a Giphy Cat combo. Okay, so I turned around there, but ideally that spacing was really good for me. Because right now his solution to pills is the wrong choice. The solution for Marth to deal with pills is fade away forward air. Fade away short hop forward air. This guy is like, I'm gonna jump, which is great for you because you don't have to worry about the wall anymore, because he can't really wall you once he's above you. Then you can kind of jump in, or crouch cancel bad spacing. So I kind of started with the plan of bad spacing, and I didn't CC or something. So he hits me. I got him on the other side. Got his jump. Okay, I shouldn't have rolled there. That's a bad habit of mine. Bad jump on mine too. So he's going for that back air, and he just kind of I got screwed up here. So that's it was a flub. And I homie stock because I don't normally homie stock, but this guy was playing kind of good, and so I want to. If he's gonna get mad at me for playing Doc, like I want him to feel the guilt of like, oh, he homie stocked for me, so then like he's kind of cool. Instead of if I didn't, then he'd be like, okay, I'm done. So that's some outside meta right there. So here we go. Back to my pill game. I have the space for the pill game. If you get hit with anything from Marth, you're hard DIing away and down. Get back to the ground. Hard DI away and down. Once you start holding in, you're dead. You're a dead Doc. He doesn't do a lot of grabs this Marth, and so every spot dodge that you're seeing is the anticipation of a regrab. So, a lot of Marths will go for that regrab, This guy is choosing to do Nair, which kind of beats it, because it has that double hit, the little. So good on him, actually. Ooh, let's talk about grab combos. The first one. So he kind of did a weird crouch cancel thing. I don't know about that, but okay. So let's talk about the grab game. Doc has a sick grab game. So pretty much at any percent, that's not true. Pretty much at any lower percent, like I'd say under 60, maybe 50, you can get a down throw up smash and start reading the escape options. You can also get like a down throw up tilt at certain percents around this area. Probably want to get that more at a place where it's gonna kind of knock him a little bit. This is kind of low percent, so the up tilt here I wouldn't do because it wouldn't set him in tumble. There are two options that I like to do at the beginning here. And it's kind of a cheese thing, but if you can get this, it's cool. So the guaranteed is at this percent is the down throw up smash. That's the guaranteed. It's gonna work, and then you read if he's gonna do a panic forward air or jump somewhere. Luckily here there's no platforms, so he's really in a bad spot, which is why I love this stage, because now you've kind of reversed the juggle issue where like you're juggling him, because Marth doesn't have a lot of good underneath him hitboxes except down air, which is very, very laggy. So it's a hard commit for him. So this guy, I chose the up smash because I'm like, I think this guy is not going to fall for it. However, the other option you can do, and I will show you right here, is full hop drill. If you think that the Marth is going to jump immediately after the throw, you can actually catch him and he eats the whole drill, the whole thing. And then he might try to mash out after that. But if he chooses to jump again, you could get another drill. It's amazing. It's like a fat 60, dude. It's amazing. So Ganons do this all the time because Ganons make their money off of jumps. So what I do in the Ganon matchup is I'll full hop drill, and then they're like, oh, they got me. Well, I'm gonna hit them now. And then they'll jump again, and I'll just jump with them and do another drill. Sometimes you can get away with that with Marth, and the amount of damage you get off those drill combos it's money. However, it's not a guaranteed thing, because if they choose to just swipe and not do the jump, you're gonna get hit. I was like, I'm gonna go for the guaranteed thing. Boom. So then now my plan is, what's he gonna do after that up smash? He chose a double jump here. So you see I didn't do anything. It looks kind of funny when you think about it. But boom, boom, boom. He DIs pretty well, actually. So very common thing I see with Marths is the few times they'll actually approach is that after a hit, they'll drift back in for the forward air. So in my head, I'm anticipating that. Most Marths are going to come back in with a forward air and try to hit me. So I'm kind of waiting for him to come back. But he does a smart move and decides to drift away, which is okay for you because you still have stage advantage. He also double jumps here, which is questionable. I don't like that. So I just, the dash attack is what you do to get underneath in that situation. So boom, boom. I do the stutter step. I time it. See? The sword can't come out in time because I'm too low to the ground. I hit him up in the air. I get a second one, and it kind of clinks. I'm not able to get anything off of it because he DIs really well. So what do? I just reset and start throwing pills again. That's the game, man. It almost feels like how I play Doc is like every matchup is the Puff matchup as Fox, where it's run away, hit, get your moves and understand when the getting's gone and run away and do it again. So boom, boom. I understand at this point there's no incentive. I'm up, pills. I forced bad spacing. I do the pill. He tries to double jump underneath, or double jump over, which is bad of him. I just hold down, down smash. I was ready for it. Yeah, dude, the dash attack sets you up so well. Notice that wave dash forward tilt. I love doing that move, specifically in this zone right here. Oh my gosh, I love doing this move. Right here. Because deep in a Marth's heart, in their bosom, they want to get a shield grab and reverse the whole situation. They want to grab you. So if you space a move that they can't grab you, it's wonderful. And if you hit them with the forward tilt, especially this percent, now you're in an edge guard situation. So my go-to here always, boom, look at that. He tries to push forward, but if he shielded, I could have spaced it where he couldn't get the grab. And if I hit him, look, he's off stage. And I suck for some reason. Oh my goodness. Look at this, boom. So I missed my wave dash here. I should have grabbed ledge, and I would have done the back air thing because he did the dancing blade at a really bad height where he'd still be in lag by the time I hit here, and he would have been dead. Me, missing my move, was afraid that he was going to immediately grab ledge here. He tries to drop stupid low, and he clipped me with the sword, which is why I'm not a huge fan of the cape. I know there's a spacing like right here, but it's hard to call, and the cape is actually, this is one of the few times where the cape is actually my last resort for an edge guard because of. So then I was kind of thinking about, maybe I can bait him out to swing and then back away. Because remember, I was talking about how you could crouch cancel right about here. However, at the percent I'm at, it's not going to do me any good. But I can trick him. I can trick him into thinking, aha, I'm right here. And then I move out, and it worked. He tries to shield here. I probably should have grabbed. But, you know, he did a weird... He's trying to double jump the pills, which most Marths won't do. Ooh, read the drop shield. So here's... Actually, I wasn't looking for the drop shield. So I was reading down tilt here. My go-to to beat down tilt is short hop fair over. And most Marths... Sorry, getting distracted. My parents are getting the vaccine today, which is really cool. Most Marths, once they start doing their down tilt, it's very spammy and obvious. It's kind of like when Fox or Falcos, they understand that they need to abuse their up tilt, but they don't realize that like you can adapt to that and then just read it. So most Marths, once they start poking around, they're gonna keep poking. They're gonna like dash dance, poke, poke. And so once they do it once, like if I see Marth dash dancing around and he goes choo choo, I'm like, okay, so the next time he turns around, he's gonna do it again. And usually I'm right, and then I get a forward air. The danger here though is if Marth is, it's a bait, because sometimes they can hold down and just re-grab you. I think that's so smart of them. So keep that in mind too. If you think this Marth is big brain, then they're gonna CC grab you. Then, but most of the time they're not, and so because they don't know the matchup, they don't know what they're doing. So abuse that and jump check them. He decided to drop shield instead of down tilt, which worked for me because he's dead. Yeah, I keep missing my wave dash there. So right there, I was reading that back air, so I dropped really low. See, I saw him moving, because once he's committed to out here, all I'm really worried about is this spot, like if he hits me. Because I have my cape, I have my down B, I have little tools to mix up me getting this timing right. So once he's committed to this, it's like, oh, well, gotcha. And I just roll. Because that's F smash land, remember? Most Marths will F smash here, so it's probably gonna miss. And then I just take center. And killed the wrong way. So I catch the dash away with a dash attack. However, I probably shouldn't have done it at this percent, because there's not really anything I'm gonna get off of that. Just out of habit, I see him dash away, I do that. Keep that in mind. Probably get hit. Oh, he does a bad forward air. And I whiff. Oof. I get that up smash. I try to read the forward air coming down. He chooses the dancing blade, which is pretty good. See here? I'm anticipating the swing, so I dash, but he does the dancing blade, the madman. And so then comes back. And then I'm like, okay, he's out of his panic spot. There's kind of like a mode, I feel like. There's like a place where it's like, they're really in scrap mode, like, And once I feel like the game kind of resets, it's like, okay, well, let me go back to my game plan of pills. I didn't roll at the right time. What's he doing? Oh, I should have forward smashed. That would have been dirty. I'm really struggling to edge guard this guy. Yeah, that should do it. So that's one kind of Marth. I do want to see a grabby Marth. They exist. Sure, I've played one. Kind of look at one more and then call it a day. With this game, let's see. Ready? Go. See again, trying to do that little dash attack. Look, it's F Smash Land. We've been here before. We have a passport here. And look at that roll away. You see the down tilt? I tried to bait it out. Ooh, he spot dodges, but then he tries to grab because, come on. They get excited and you're like, huh, I'm ready, brother. No, no, no. Boom. So then he gets up, immediately spot dodges like a madman. And then he's like, I got it. And so I'm buffering a spot dodge. And then just do it again. Aha! Look, we're in Grabland, USA. Or Grabland EU for, I say USA because, you know, that's where I'm from. Grabland World. Remember, this side is F Smash Land. This side is Dash Back Grabland. So I was ready for it. Spot dodge, grab. I go for the up air here because I'm trying to do some custom combos. I get him on a platform, you can kind of juggle. Notice how I repositioned because I was waiting for the forward air to come out. Then keeping him in the corner. Oh, that was an interesting choice by me. So usually, remember, this is the spacing when Marth's shielding this way or looking that way and I'm looking this way. He really wants me to run with him. And I kind of do, but I stutter step. So usually what I would do is stay here or wave dash back to punish the coming back in. I actually wait a little bit of the stutter step so he comes back and then I come in. So I'm actually like half a step ahead of him. I do the forward tilt. I try to go for another one. I miss. I really find in a lot of matchups, like wave dash forward tilt to wave dash forward tilt is super good. It kind of like ushers them off stage. He's going to go for an up tilt here. A really common Marth thing is to do short hop aerial immediate up tilt. It's really good if it hits you, but once you start calling it, it's so laggy, dude. Got it here? Nope. Okay. I kind of messed up my timing there. So around 110, I believe, down throw fair kills. He was a little too high, but I thought I could squeeze it out because sometimes people aren't ready. But he was, and he DI'd well, so I was like, look at that cape. Ooh, look at it. Look at how cool cape is. Ooh, look, he thinks he's gonna get the juggle. Uh-oh, I mixed up the timing. And then catch him with the back air because he's just jumping. That's Marth matchup 101 right there. That's a classic mix-up. I'm running around. I do this little roll thing. I think it's fun. Okay, so another common thing to do. I do this with a lot of matchups. Especially against this guy. Pill here, pill up here. Mix ups the timing, so if he tries to jump, and then you know, if you've ever played rollback and you like using pills, you'll end up here for a little bit. DI hard away. If you don't DI there, especially off of like a forward throw, you're getting tippered. Rule of thumb, really, dude, just DI hard away down every time. I try to cape there. He kind of catches on. Phantom back air. I get tippered. Oh no. Oh, that was really bold. I love doing this. This happens all the time. I think it's like a shield stun thing where like if you hit the raw F smash on shield, like they just don't have time. It's kind of like when Fox does up smash and you try to punish it with a wave dash and they just do it again. I do this so much, so yeah. I love dash attack Clink with anything. It's really good. And what that allowed me to do, so I go here. He's anticipating a pill probably, and so he throws out the jab. Dash attack's gonna Clink with it, and it gets me VIP access to right where I want to be. I want to be here all the time, right in his chest. And then, because no matter what he does, as long as it's not grab, boom. This guy's really, oh, there's that up tilt I was talking about. He did the bad jump. He did the classic Marth bad jump. Yeah. He goes, boom. And he goes, uh-oh. Because he thinks his sword could save him. Nah, bruh. You're gone. Love it. Love it. Okay. Kind of hurting this guy. See, I was ready for the fair. So the other option here that Marth can do is like get up and then dash attack is a really common one. Or run up, grab, or something. I was kind of like spacing. The reason I did that step back right here was anticipating if I catch him running, I'm gonna CC hold down. Or what I'll do is specifically, this kind of covers like a bunch of things at once. We'll see here. So I'm here, right? My goal is if he dash attacks, if I react to him running at me, I'm not anticipating him to do like a little dash dance thing and come at me. Like he's just gonna raw come at me. If I'm holding down and then spot dodge, if he grabs, I'm good. Sometimes the dash attack will miss too, and I'll spot dodge that. However, if I get hit slightly with the dash attack, I'm still with the ASDI down, so then I can still get the crouch cancel. So it covers everything right here. And then I just kind of rush in. Oh, he started doing the nair to be like, hey, knock it off. So then nair's gonna trade. I'll take that. And that was an example of saving that double jump using cape and changing my options up. And so you gotta just be really creative with how you use platforms. Ooh, down air out of shield. So Marths do that a lot. If you're ready for it, it sucks for them. You can punish it instantly out of shield. I'm really fishing for down tilt. Oh my gosh. Okay, just kind of... I don't know why I chose to grab there, but I did. And so that grab's gonna... Yeah, okay. It was kind of a toughie for him. We'll look at one more from this guy, and then we'll call it a day. Look at, oh, I play him a lot. Let's look at the second game. We already looked at Yoshi's. Look at Fountain. Fountain is my Not my favorite stage. It used to be Battlefield because you can't tech the side, but the changing platform heights, it's just hard to kill them off top. I just... Whoa. There's that roll to avoid the F smash land. See, just CC. Oh, sniped him with the pill. So right there I did the drill, anticipating the down tilt. I land on the other side, and I take center. Don't immediately jump. That's what foxes do, and then they get killed here. Don't be a fool. So he caught me. I was trying to be swaggy. RDIA, I wait for that down. I wait for the down tilt. Oh, I love the jab thing. Okay, so that was a good example. St. Doom, what's up? Let's look at that one more time. So here, I'm expecting, remember, when we're here, this is dash back, come back land, so I'm ready for that grab. But then I mix it up and dash attack it. Oops, got the slide off on me, nice. Ooh, that's a goodie too. Marths don't spot dodge very much. So when they're in laggy stuff like that, they usually shield at ledge. And part of that is because they're used to, like, if you get the shield grab, it's super good for you, right? So I usually read a grab here, actually. Once I do this, that's a grab. Like, they're gonna shield. And I get the trade cape. I'll take it. Good. Ooh, catch! I hate nair sometimes. See, look, I spaced for the back air, because that's what Marths do once they're on ledge. If he commits to here, I'm anticipating him just chilling here, but once he drops, I start drifting. And then I cape. I probably should have grabbed. So he's CCing with the down tilt. And my smooth brain's like, I'm gonna do it again. So aerials from the ledge here lose if he wave dash backs the F smash land. So careful. I fell for it. He got me. I don't know why. What was he doing? Okay. Let's see if I learn. Aha, see, look, this is the spot. This is grab land, dash back grab land. So this is grab land, this is F smash land. Remember those lands, you'll visit them often. See, I was ready for it. He chose to do. That was the example. I was just talking about this. Yes, excellent. Oh, good. Okay. So right here, I'm in. He's gonna dash back grab land, right? However, if I'm gonna do a spot dodge, I'm gonna buffer him stay holding down. He chooses to dash attack, but I'm still holding down. I get the CC goodness. That's what I was talking about with Marth approaching with dash attack or grab from ledge. The same principle. Ooh. And I got greedy. Down throw due to Tuck's body. Holy crap, I've never looked at that. Oh my gosh. He like full on flips. Oh my god. Oh, I've never noticed that. Alright, so here's an example of, at this point, I know this guy, I have the power. I am better than him. So I'm gonna go for that full hog drill thing. I catch him in the up smash. And then he goes for the swat, and I was getting greedy, but yeah. Usually once you realize your game is up, just bait out the swipes. Oh look, it was grab land. Did I not tell you it was grab land? That's grab land. Here we are. I rolled to this side. This is grab land. Oh, he tries to early up B. Trying to find something new with Doc. Big. You use more spot dodge in this matchup? Dude, this whole game is spot dodge. Like, you get so much mileage from it. Because, like, you can spot dodge a lot of Marth's moves because they're so slow. And you'll have time to punish because they're laggy. So, it's pretty good. We'll look at one more. Then call it a day. Yeah, mostly I'll miss the closer matches. But that's what the playback's for. So, look at this. I love it. Aha, yeah. Look at all this free damage. Why am I approaching? What a dummy I am. Oh, he got me. He got me. I shouldn't approach. Look. All right, class. Remember, this side, center. When you're facing center, that's grab land. When you're on this side, it's forward smash land. Look, he did it. Forward smash. He does it again. Bad. And that's the drop off back air. Yep, drop off back air. Super duper good. Yabba dabba do. Do it again. Oh, he catches me with that nair so well. And I DI'd bad, so he got the stuff, you know? Bad up air from... Remember, like, okay, so I've talked about the 2 lands so far. Let's talk about all the lands really quick. So when Marth's right here, I'll go back a little bit so I can express all the lands, the many lands of the Marth matchup. Okay, if Marth is up here, this is Falling Aerial land. That's this country right here. Gonna come down and you're gonna crouch cancel the aerial or whiff punish it. If you're on this side of the platform and Marth is over here, you're in F smash land. So he's gonna want you to approach and you're gonna get hit by it. Or he's going to run up and grab you and try to reset the situation. If you're in the middle here, it's probably dash dance away, grab land. So I do a lot of spot dodge when I'm right here. The other land is at the ledge. If Marth is grabbing ledge, it's back air from ledge land. So you're always looking for that. Those are the 4 lands of the Marth matchup. Also, and then there's like hell when you're up here and he's just juggling you. And then everything else is purgatory. So that's a quick rundown of the lands of this matchup. Is the bag get up? I clip him with the falling back air. Wow! Love it. Love it. Time that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in hell. We're in the hell land. It's bad. It's bad. You want to get down. I'm trying to mix it up with cape and... Ooh. You trying to do forward smash land. Done. Oh, a little custom combo. I missed. I knew I was going to try to do that. I missed the mash, though. I think there was something actually important here. Let's see. I got this little combo. Let's look at that. Okay, dash attack. Always good for, like, propping people up. Up tilt. Wow, that was a good combo. He started mixing up his timing here. I missed my mash. Oh, that was so bad. Don't do that. Back here. Okay, so what was I waiting for? Let's think about it. Right here, if Marth is not facing me, it's gonna be a down air with some ugly drift out of shield probably. If it's the other way, he's gonna shield grab. At least in this spot. If we're both facing each other and we're over here, like for example, let's say Doc was right here, we were positioned in the center of the stage, he would probably do like a short hop fair fading away. Right here I was spacing for him to the down air, and he chose not to. I was ready for his weight. He's caught on to my cape. Caught him with the dash attack. Do it again. You have no incentive to run in. No, just did. Oh, bad jump. No Marth should jump there. It's over. Okay. Okay. So, I think that pretty much... Oh, the last thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't cover in any of these matchups is the wall. Let's talk about the wall. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this stream, that the #1 thing Marth wants to do is keep you out of the zone, like at his body, by pushing you away and ideally juggling you in the air. So Marth's go-to should be up throw and just juggle you like crazy. And until you get to a position where you can get that grab, you're just doing short hop, forward air, late forward air, fade back. I call it the wall. And it's hard, dude. And I wish, as a Doc main, I could tell you what the answer is. Don't know. I genuinely don't know what the answer is. There's a match actually on my Twitch. You can. It might have been deleted by this point. Or maybe who archived it? Water Bottle, the legend, archived it. It might still be up there. There's a match where I played with a Marth on FD for like 7 minutes. I made like a 3-stock comeback, and oh my gosh, it's possible. I don't know what the answer is, honestly. What I do is I just throw pills so that he's hitting something, and hopefully I can like weasel a dash attack in or get a trade that converts. Aerial cape up air. By the time you get hit with the first aerial, you're already like struggled. So it would need to trade. Or no, sorry. You mean like jumping with cape. Someone would need to do some data on that. I don't know, because I think like I don't know if the sword's part of his hurt box or not. I'm so stupid at this game, actually. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but also it's really hard commit, because even if he goes the other way, like now it's like a weird 50-50, but I think there's potential. I know Donnie will probably lab this. I don't know. I think someone smart in the Discord probably has an answer to that, because I feel like that's, or Smash Mouth Egg, you've just solved one of the biggest problems with this character. Do some good work. Cape hitbox is massive, but it's also so is Marth's sword. So what I do is like I showed in the other videos, I do a lot of dash attack to try to get underneath the sword, force a bad spacing on one of the hits, and then counter attack. My go-to. Ooh, there is one more thing. Okay. Okay. He doesn't show up. That's all I wanted to see. Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about in this matchup that I think is really important, and then I will call it a day, is Marth's timings with his sword. And this is really important. So, drift with Marth is important. Ideally, Marth drifts back so he's harder to hit. But sometimes Marth will mix up his timing so it's not an instant forward air. Sometimes it's a late forward air or a falling forward air. If you ever catch Marth doing this, he's going for the late move. If you're close enough, dash in up air. You'll get it. You'll catch him doing it. And then you can get a fat combo off of it. However, if he starts mixing it up, then you have to back off. I'm obviously not at a space where I can do that. But if I was like a little behind this pill, like right here, and I reacted to him doing the short hop, I would run in up air and try to get something started. That's like the only other thing. But it's very specific to like Marth doing the late aerials. So you always just have to be looking at when he's doing stuff. Okay, this has gone long enough. Last chance, if you have any questions, type them in the chat now, and then videos. It might be. Thanks for stopping by, all of you guys. Saint Doom, Smashmouth Egg, Skull Bro, everybody. Hopefully this was helpful to you in some capacity. And see you on Discord. Keep dropping cool clips. And so, yep. See you guys.